That's right.
Fantastic. I would like you to tell us then what was it for and who gave you those and a little bit more about it.
Right, okay. Well, the award from which this photograph corresponds to was an award from the Institute of Physics, which is one of the oldest institutes for physical sciences in the United Kingdom. And they awarded us this, which is their Innovation Award, because the products that our company made were seen as being highly innovative, and so this was quite a prestigious award for us. It's not on the level of a Nobel Prize or anything. We've got to work on that one. So there's that one. And then last week, so after this, we heard we received another award from the Institute of Electronics and Technology, again for innovation. And so we're pleased to it's a bit like justice, you wait for ages and then it's all along the way.
Well, I would be interested to know how it all started, because I'm not really in the industry.
Oh, okay. Well, I used to work for Kinetic and its predecessors on detecting submarines and landmines by the magnetic field that naturally surrounds them. And I spent about 15-20 years or so researching magnetic sensors to do this. And in 2001, July 2001, I was in San Diego at a conference on landmine detection. And I got back to a hotel room after a busy day, took my shoes off, slid down into an easy chair, put the TV on, and at that very moment, the TV happened to come on CNN News. And at that very moment, the article was a story of a 6-year-old boy called Michael Colombini, who died that day after he was having an MRI scan, and someone had taken a steel oxygen cylinder into the MRI room. Now, if you know about MRIs, they are very, very powerful magnets. And as you know, magnets attract steel. And what had happened is that this oxygen cylinder, due to the tremendous forces of the MRI's magnetic field, got pulled out of the nurse's hand and accelerated up to about 40 to 50 miles an hour and went into the MRI machine where Michael was having a scan, and he died of massive hemorrhaging because it hit him on the head. Now, the thing was as I was sitting in that chair, I was thinking oxygen cylinders, submarines, they are different scale, but the physics is the same. And so I just had a eureka moment there that I knew how to prevent that from happening. And now, all this time later, we're a successful business making machines that go on MRI doors that warn people if they're accidentally taking things made from steel into that environment. And that's the story.
I'm not a physicist and I'm not really a scientist at all, but I just like to reading to hear about these things. And did God have a part to play, do you think, in that? Because you're a Christian, I wonder how it all works together.
Well, I wish I knew how to answer that. I don't know, but what I do know is that God has given me certain gifts, and in this instance I was able to exercise it. But in another sense, it was actually pure chance, because that news didn't make it over to the UK, and I actually at that time very rarely went to the United States for anything. And so the coincidence of being in the US at that time, and then just like getting into the hotel room at that time, switching on the TV, and that happened to be the news article that was on. There's about 6 or 7 quite remarkable coincidences that all came together at that juncture in time, and it was only really because of my background in the military technology that together with that incredible set of coincidences actually led to this. And so I think, God obviously has a hand in bringing certain circumstances together for the good. And we know for certain that our technology will save many, many lives because we hear stories every week of what it's done. So so that's just how it happens.
So science and can you together then?
Well, actually, I'm a very strong believer that science is the pursuit of understanding of God's creation. And so I think that science is the outworking of the mechanisms on which our universe works and exists are the outpouring of God. And science is just the investigation of what He's done in this respect. In my view, other people make it
I wanted you to say about that question, because we've got young people here and they hear all sorts of things and they're challenged about all sorts of ideas and so on. And science and Christianity often use this credibility, doesn't it, or seems to in the view of some people. And it's important to have people like Mark, who is a scientist, through and through, but who is a Christian through and through as well, to know that those two things work together, I think, very important. Would you have any advice when you have younger members about the future?
The very, very best thing that any person at school can do is to work incredibly hard on your education, on your school lessons, and learn as much as possible. And not everyone's a scientist, you may be an artist or some other sphere, but it's so important to just gain as much understanding as you can, because in one sense, if you have knowledge, then the Lord can use that in your later life. And so the pursuit of knowledge is always a very good thing. So, do your homework, work hard. All good. I promise you, it doesn't seem good when you want to watch TV and you look at that, I know I've been there. But, there's longer-term things to think about as well. So that's my advice.
Okay, thank you so much.